Hey, welcome back out to the garage. We're going to work on putting in some auxiliary switches for lights. We got our reverse lights, which are in the bumper that we added. We're going to add some more lights up top, all right? And we're going to add some out front. The one out front, blinders. The one in back, maybe we'll call them spotters or something, I don't know. But that's the switches we bought. I'm going to show you how to put them into the factory panel. We've got this great set of plastic tools, because you have to pry this thing off. It's just kind of attached in here. You got to kind of figure out where to get it started a little and kind of work it loose. A little harder. Start on the passenger side. This has got these great little clips. Pops right out. Boom. Why did we take that out? You come up here, there's some screws. Gonna go get a wrench for these screws and show you how it's done. Trying a 7mm here. Once you got them broke loose, you can sneak in there with just the socket, spin them out by hand. What we're doing is we're getting the radio bezel out. Out here, I don't know if you can see the ashtray. There you see the ashtray right here. If you got an ashtray, it comes out easy. Put that back. There's another bolt down inside the ashtray, way up in here. Once you got them out, now you should be able to get your radio bezel pried off. Lift it up a little. Do a little prying down here at the bottom. You can open your glove box, get a better grip. Yep. And then come in here and try that one. All right. That's off. We'll put it back. Now, if you were changing your radio, this would be where you'd be working. But one of the things we're going to do, you can see this part here. We got a bunch of rocker switches for here, so we're going to take this out. Looks like we got a few bolts for that. We're going to set you up so you can see that, and we'll get it out. And the reason we're taking this out is to add these switches we've got. We'll show you those in a minute. You'll see this comes out. It's got the cigarette lighter wire hooked to it. We can push that down. Got to push this part down here to get this out. It's very hard to push. We're going to go show you how to take these out and push the switches in. Looks pretty easy. Looks like you just pry this away a little bit and that switch is going to pop out. So these are the switches we have. All right. It's a 2-piece unit. You can see that it's got a push-in piece back here. This one's been pushed in. You can see the other ones aren't plugged in, but that's just the wire harness that pops out. This is what the switches look like. These switches say all kinds of stuff like blinders. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that's what we got. So we're going to open these up. All right, so taking these out is kind of a multi-step process. These are just the blanks that come if you don't have no options. So you come in here and you put your plastic tool and kind of flip it a little. You can see you can get these started. Not easy to take out. You can see what you're up against here with the switches here to go back in. So we got the one side out. We got to figure out how to get the lower side out. It'll be a little harder. get a little gap. There we go. See a little gap? Now we got it. Boom, out it comes. So you got to get a little gap. You pop those out. See how easy those come out once you know what you're doing. So now you got to put these switches in. Now, these switches are off one way, on the other, all right? So I believe that's on and that's off. But we're going to go check that and be right back. What we're going to do is we're going to make pigtail wires for this so that we can wire them in later and put our dash back together. We're going to make those wires all about 2 foot long. So we'll show you how we're going to do that. First thing we're going to do is strip all of these. We've got our wire strippers here where you can clamp in and pull. Works kind of nice. On connections, that's these little blue deals. Don't know if you can see that very well, but there it is. We're going to put these on the wires and crimp them. All right. Now, first thing we're going to do is fold these in half because they're smaller than the other size of the other wire. You put it in, you can feel where it stops. You put it into the proper crimping tool spot and give it a crush. There you go. But we're going to do them all like that, and then we're going to add the other piece of wire. So let's go to it. All right, we're going to get some black tape and our switch block. We'll show you the next step. All right, so we got our black tape, we got our blue tape, and I know that seems crazy, but the reason for the blue tape is for labels. So here's what we're going to do. We got one called spotters, so we're going to roll this out. Call it spotters. Spotter. Tear it off. All right, says spotters. All right, next one we got to do here. I think I see why the one doesn't work. Push the next one in. Doesn't come out. That is called blinders. We're going to bring this out near the end here. All right, we got it. Good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take these about here. We want to cover up these connectors. Got our black tape. Going to black tape it part way. There, what we're going to do is we're going to come down on the end here beyond our numbers where we named them. I'm going to put another roll of tape just so that we we've got it to feed through easy. There you go. All right, we'll go install this and we'll continue to work on our CB radio wires too, because we're going to interface those with the lighter. Putting them through the lighter means they're on all the time, so we can run the CB radio without having any accessories on in our Jeep. Here for the getting the wires through. And we want to put all these wires through this hole and bring them across, all right? So we can put this back in. So the first thing we want to do, make sure we got our lighter hooked back up. Then we're going to start tucking these wires through here. And we're going to tuck them through here. You can reach your hand up in here. You can probably feel them. You can start to feel some of them anyhow. Got a lot of wires in there for our radio. But hopefully we got this good. We'll just stick those through there for now. And we can put this back up. This goes back up there like this. You can see it's got a hole there for the lighter. So we're just going to put this back on the dash like this. So you go. Now let's put the bezel back on. So putting this on is kind of the reverse of how you took it off. You can see you kind of got some pins here, kind of go in the lower holes. Kind of line those up. Make sure you got this over. And kind of see how that lines up. All right. It's got a very factory look to it. We'll wire those in later. Well, that'll conclude this section on adding these switches. We'll go back and work on our CB radio as soon as we go get something to check our voltage.